Ekuleu. My name is Bushra. Èmi lọmọ wọn nìbàdàn, ọmọ wọn nílé Olúyọ̀lé, ọmọ ajẹ̀gbíjẹ̀kára wọn fìkara wọn fọ́nrin mu, Ìbàdàn májà tó ṣe kí ni o tó kó ara wájú lẹ́rú, èmi tún alàyà wọn nílé Adéwì. So you want to learn about Yoruba movies you should watch. You want to learn about our culture, our lifestyle, our food, and of course, our own bet. You've come to the right channel, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, thank you for clicking on this video. Kindly like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. You're welcome to the family. If you're an OG, Eyin Temi, you know how we do it now. Thank you for always coming back. Lenny, gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ ṣe máa ti mọ̀ from the description of this video, a máa yànnàná, a máa tọpinpin, a dẹ̀ máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa sinimá tí wọ́n ń pè ní Ada Omo Daddy. I know. The film was released in 2023 and it was shown in the cinemas in Nigeria. And we couldn't get to see it, or I couldn't get to see it. People in the diaspora, they didn't get to see it. So, gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ ṣe mọ̀, ibi tí a ti máa wo sinimá nísìnyí, sinimá Yorùbá, well, sinimá Nigeria nísìnyí, is on circuit.tv. Ibẹ̀ ni mo dẹ̀ ti wò. And you know the fantastic thing is that, why am I even polówó fún circuit? But anyways, the fantastic thing is that on circuit.tv, ẹ lè ra àbí ẹ lè yá sinimá náà láti wò fún iye wákàtí tẹ́ bá fẹ́. If you want it for 24 hours, if you want it for 8 hours, if you want it for 48 hours, iye hours tẹ́ bá fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ lówó yín ṣe máa pọ̀ sí. And this particular one is $5 and some change. So you should definitely go on Circuit TV to see it. Oríṣiríṣi sinimá Nigeria òun ló wà lórí Circuit TV. Having said that, let us dive into the movie tó ń pè ní Ada Omo Daddy. Ẹ máa bá mi ká lọ. Ṣé rí, Ada Omo Daddy is a family drama. Ó máa jẹ́ kẹ́ ní different emotions at different points in time in that movie. It's a roller coaster of emotion. You will feel sorry, you will feel the love, you will feel the rage, you will feel anger. Lóríṣiríṣi. Mo níwèé mi níbí báyìí, so I'll be making pointers to my notes that I have here. Cherry, it is a mixture of love, betrayal, àti clash between family culture and modern lifestyle. For me, I will say it is a battle of male and female gender. I see that aspect in that movie. You know what? Ẹ má yẹ kí n máa bòpò lọlé olóró, ẹ jẹ́ kí n tì ọ̀nà náà ẹ̀. Kí n sọ ọjọ́ abẹ́ ń kó gangan. Ada, which was played by Omo Dada, she killed that role. Kí ni mo sọ? She embodied her character. What, as in the costume that she wore in that movie. Kí ló dé now. The two-piece, the boo-boo, the dress, or the dresses. No. Whoever the costumier is, kudos to you. I mean, you know your onions. Nítorí wípé àwọn aṣọ tó wọ̀ back to back, amazing. We also have Chief and Mrs. Balogun. These were the parents of Ada. Chief Balogun was played by Babawa Dele Odule. Mrs. Balogun was played by the iconic one and only Sola Sobowale. You already know that it's going to be a hit. Then there is another person, Charles Okafor, who played Ifeanyi. Now, ẹ jẹ́ kí n pè bí Bàbá Délé Odùlé ṣe pè nínú sinimá yẹn, Ifeanyi and Bàbá Délé Odùlé àti ìyá wa Sola Sobowale, àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta, àwọn ni wọ́n wà ní center pẹ̀lú Ọmọ́wùmí Dada, of course, no wà ní center sinimá yìí. And when I first heard the name Ada Omo Daddy, I felt like, what kind of title is that? But to be honest, I don't think there's another, there's a better there's a better title to give it, because indeed Ada Omo Daddy Ewo. Is it Ada Omo Daddy Yoruba? Abi Ada Omo Daddy Igbo? It is an amazing movie. The first scene, Tokoko Showa, is where, and she embodied a character. Fina, tó win ní Big Brother Naija ní bóyá 2 or 3 years ago. The second to the last winner of Big Brother Naija, Fina. What's her real name now? Her name is Ijeoma Josephine Otabo. That's Fina. And she was the one that we first saw. In fact, I didn't know she was the one until later in the movie. When I saw her face very well. she did amazing. Because the very first thing that we saw was a woman carrying a young child. Tó ń pariwo, "Ọmọ mi o, ọmọ mi o, ọmọ mi o." She came out and the next thing she saw was àwọn loud tí wọ́n ń jà. Wọ́n ń jà, next thing agbọ́rọ̀bọ̀, and she fell. I mean, that was the first thing that caught me. I'm like, ah, what? What ipa, what ipa, what ipa? And they moved on and then they showed us a different scene of affluence. They showed us a house, beautiful family. Ilé Chief and Chief Mrs. Balogun, ìyẹn Bàbá wa Délé Odùlé àti ìyá wa Sola Sobowale. And of course, wọ́n bí ọmọ mẹ́ta, ìyẹn Ada Sola, who was played by Omo Daddy. Omo Daddy played Sola. Òun náà ló ń jẹ́ Ada nínú sinimá náà. And there was a sister and a brother. A sister, Gen Z, always on the phone, always live streaming, always talking to the people on the internet. Typical Gen Z character. Gen Z, but typical Gen Z character. And it looks like they portrayed it as a house filled with love, filled with understanding, because she requested for a Birkin bag, 130 one, just family banter, and from there I rí pé Délé Odùlé ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ Sola, and now came in the character of ìyá wa Mercy Aigbe. Every single person needs to have an auntie, or let me say a sister like Moturayo in their corner. Because even though Mercy Aigbe, who produced this movie, was not the lead character, she played a significant role in that movie. Everybody needs an auntie Motum in their life. Nítorí wípé Sola Sobowale ó lè jà o, but Yorùbá ní pé dada ò lè jà, ó lábúrò tó gbójúlé. In fact, she was fire for fire in that movie. Sherry, nínú sinimá yìí, it showed us that Sola's life was already settled. She was set to be the one to take over from her father's company. She was already, engaged to an amazing, fine, handsome young man. Wọ́n ti ń ṣe ètò láti ṣe ìgbéyàwó. Her life was literally perfect. And true, her life was perfect. Kò sí pé she wasn't hiding anything. She was just a simple plain girl tí wọ́n bí sílé ọlá, tó dẹ̀ mọ bó ṣe ń handle ọlá yẹn dáadáa. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà, all of a sudden, somebody came from nowhere and said, I am your father. Picture that. You being like an Otedola, or you being an Alakija, or you being a Dangote, and somebody from somewhere in Akute or Ikorodu, sorry to those people living there, or in Shaki, now called and said, Èmi ni bàbá ẹ, èmi ni mo bí ẹ. Won't you be like, that's a joke? Ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ sí àwọn nǹkan tí mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí nípa sinimá yẹn, of things that I really like about this movie. First of all, I would like to commend the great acting of Omo Daddy in this movie, because she delivered exceptionally. Kí ló dé? Her emotions, they were raw, and you could feel her pain and her struggle. You could literally feel what she was feeling. At some point, I was angry that, why are you feeling this way now? But when you think about it, that is the exact way a human being would react. Sola Sobowale, 100%. There was a part in that movie where Charles Okafor, Ifeanyi, was talking to her and her hand was shaking. Akpa abuba aṣọ yẹn was literally shaking. I don't know how else somebody can embody a character like that. Her emotions were raw. When she was crying, she cried. Like, you could feel her pain. You could feel the bitterness in the cry. When she was talking, her voice was shaking. Every emotion, it will jump out at you from the screen. You will just see it. You will feel it. You will be there with her. That is how Sola Sobowale was good in this movie. Another person, Timothy Sorrell, is Mercy Aigbe, who played Moturayo, which was Sola Sobowale's younger sister. No now. Wọ́n wọṣọ. In fact, nínú movie yẹn, wọ́n wọ aṣọ. The costumier, 100%, thumbs up to you. Wọ́n wọ aṣọ, and she played the role of an auntie. True, like completely. She didn't miss anything. She was always there. She was always having the back of her sister, having the back of her nieces and her nephew. I mean, she played her role really well. And maybe for the first time, Ento produced movie didn't really play the lead character. That's a plus, to be honest, because most of these movies, Ento producer no Luma play lead character. But this one is different. So this is really good. Another actress that really impressed me was Fina. She was one that played young Mrs. Balogun. Now she played her role very well. I didn't know Fina could act, so that's a plus for her. Listen tí mo ti bá yín sọ àwọn ibi tí mo fẹ́ràn àti àwọn nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ràn, the pros of this movie. I'm gonna show you some of my favorite things right now.
We had what? With your educational qualifications, shoe size and sense and intelligence, you are pregnant. Is that the next thing for you?
Father and daughter dance. Who do you have in mind? Fuji, Juju, Akpala, or you want hip hop?
Okay. I think Burna Boy will be fine.
Another standout feature for me was the cinematography. No, now the cinematography was amazing. I mean, it was top notch. It was really, really good. It was crisp. It was clean. I mean, every detail. We saw everything. You could clearly see the contrast between Ada's two worlds. The foster parents' luxurious Lagos lifestyle àti ti biological father, which is more traditional and Igbo background. One thing that I really appreciated in this movie, tó jẹ́ wípé, in fact, I feel like that is the way it should always be, even in real life, is the fact that even though the Baloguns were very wealthy, they did not abandon their Yoruba culture. She made sure to instill proper values in her children. I mean, she ensured that the Western influence did not overshadow their tradition. The balance was really, really refreshing to see. And I am talking about the part tí Sola Sobowale, when she found those pictures and the younger sister was talking to the mom and she was like, 30 day and something like that. And then the mom was like, excuse me, mo fẹ́ bá ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. I mean, she didn't have to leave because ọmọ ayọ̀ ṣó jojú ni wọ́n, like they, of course ọmọ ayọ̀ ni wọ́n, ọmọ ọlá ni wọ́n, and for her to just say it like that, ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ jáde, she wasn't throwing any tantrum. Yeah, ó ti dàgbà o, but she wasn't kò rújú pọ̀, kò ṣe kọ́kọ́, like they were showing, they show appreciation, they love their parents. Even ibi tó ti gbá létí, tí Sola Sobowale ti gbá létí, I mean, that was plain Yoruba mother. Like, wọn kò rò pé olówó or something like that. And I really, really love that. It was so refreshing to see. Another thing that I love, which would like be, aside from the Yoruba culture thing, another thing that I really love was how the wedding was so beautiful. Wọ́n ná owó sí ibi wedding yẹn. From the decor to the dressing to the band. Like, oh my goodness, it was so good. Ayuba ló wá kọrin now. It was so good. I loved everything. The church. To the church, they even we could even see it on the screen in the. Mo notice pé kò sí kankan ní wọn tó wọ bàtà, and I guess that's because they didn't want them to mess up the church. But it was real. It was raw. Like this movie, I didn't expect that it was going to be this good. Let me just put it out. I didn't expect that it was going to be this good, that I was going to enjoy it that much. Because I felt like, kí ló ń jẹ́ Ada Omo Daddy? But that title, it suits it very, very well. Title yẹn ó suit wẹ̀ dáadáa, and the movie is actually quite amazing. Having shown you some of my favorite things, now ẹ jẹ́ ká bọ́ sí àwọn nǹkan tí mo fi pé ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. Before I talk about àwọn nǹkan tó kù díẹ̀ káàtó, there is a particular person that I did not mention in this movie, and that is Chinweteluagu. That is Uncle Ndubuisi. Uncle Ndubuisi, he made this movie so funny. You know that on a normal day in Igbo Nollywood, whenever he's in the movie, there's always something he repeats all the time. And in this movie, he said, once a woman says "koshidanu," it means war. And he always has a plan. Once plan A fails, he will move on to plan B, back to back. He moves on to plan C. He moves on to plan D. He moves on to plan E. And then he moved on to plan F, which was fire for fire. But even though this movie is a great movie, ó ṣì láwọn kùdìẹ̀kudiẹ àwọn ibì kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo feel pé ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó. And I feel, well, number one is because I feel like some of the scenes dragged too long. Some of the scenes between what they call it, between Ifeanyi and Uncle Ndubuisi, I felt like it dragged a little bit too long. Another place was the character development of Ada's father, Ifeanyi. The movie did not really explain why he disappeared for so long. I understand that more Jeko were vague for us to like, we can like to decide what happened to him. Like we can pick up anything because there are like 1,000,001 reasons why he might disappear. But I mean, Kombati stay why in the right direction. Yes, I'm a place he had something tragic happen to him, but what exactly happened? Why did he stay away so long? Do you get? Another thing, Timori was the younger version of Ifeanyi, which was Adeni Johnson. The very first scene that they showed us, he spoke proper English. Lẹ́yìn yẹn, wọ́n wá show another scene. He was now speaking Igbo English. Like, I mean, they could have reshot that scene. Of course, for anything to reshoot it because I mean, so there was a little bit imbalance between the first scene of us seeing his character and then the next scene of us seeing his character. Another thing, Timio really like was the engagement. Even though when I was arguing with this thing, when I was arguing this thing with my sister, she was like, maybe they just didn't want like a lot of people. I guess that there's a difference between àwọn èèyàn àti èrò. But for people that of such affluence, àtẹ̀bí ọkọ, àtẹ̀bí ìyàwó, for such affluence, that engagement was not it for me. It was not it at all. It was bland. It was really bland. Now, comparing the engagement to the wedding, to the real wedding, to the church and to the reception, it was really bland. Another thing is that some actors are in this movie that I feel like it's just an overkill. Why are they there? They did not add, neither did they do. I mean, neither is them not being in the movie gonna like reduce the quality of the movie. Number one is Mumi Toriola. Why is she there? I mean, yes, I get that you want to show us that one scene where she was, but why is she there? I mean, I get Nkechi Blessing. I get Nkechi Blessing's character because we saw her when they wanted to do homecoming for Sola, but I mean, there are some other Yoruba actors. I saw Chief Conroy there. I get that we want to put him out there again, but why is he there? Korede, Kemisola Korede, I can't really remember her name now. I know her Korede is in her name. I saw her as part of the guest. Why is she there? Like, even the what do you call it? The chief bridesmaid. I saw Debbie Shokoya. I saw somebody else. Why are they there? I mean, they didn't have anything. They didn't talk. I mean, there was nothing. So I don't know, Sha, but I just felt like it was us an overflow of characters. If you had put other people that we didn't know there, it would have still been the same. It would have worked. The only thing is kinini, that's the only thing that's so I mean, I don't know. That's just me, but I just feel like reason to our people here she want be because cinema regardless. But aside from that, all this, the movie is amazing. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká wá káyànnàná ẹ̀. If it were to be you and somebody came out to say that, okay, I am your dad, will you go and look for him? Because at some point I felt like, what is wrong with Pero? Why are you looking for him? Don't get me wrong. I understand wípé a ní láti mọ orírun wa. A ní láti mọ ibi tá ti wá. And I get that at first, nígbà tó lọ bèrè, wọ́n fi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ pé kíníkan, I don't know who that is. But nígbà tó wá figure it out, tí ìyá ẹ dẹ̀ ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ẹ. I felt like you should be behind your mother. Ẹ̀yìn ìyá ẹ ló yẹ kó gbè sí. And I also understand, I am not taking away the fact that you did not live your mother's life. You don't understand the pain or what your mother went through. Or síbẹ̀ ngbà yẹn ò tí gbọ̀n ngbà yẹn, but obìnrin ni wọ́n náà now. So fọ̀rọ̀ ṣírò ara ẹ wò. I am not saying that do not acknowledge your father. Of course. But ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì ni nǹkan, there are limits to things. O ò ní fojú olóore gúngi níbi tó o ti ń try láti wá pé who am I really am? Who are you not are? Who are you not are, Pẹ̀rọ̀sọ́lá? Who are you not are? Because I don't get it. You're trying to figure out, oh, is this person truly my father? In the first place, kí ló ń béèrè fún? Ṣé inú ibi tó wà yẹn, ṣé ìyà ń jẹ ẹ́ ni? I understand that money is not everything, no, but ìyà ò jẹ ẹ́. Wọ́n ṣe dáadáa pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. This man is the person that took you. And in fact, you would not know that Dele Odile kọ́ ló bí bọ̀bọ̀, kọ́ ló bí Pẹ̀rọ̀sọ́lá. You would not know that Dele Odile kọ́ ló bí. They treat you the exact same way they treat the other children. So why are you trying to make a mountain out of a molehill? And please do not get me wrong. Everybody's entitled to their own emotions. They are entitled to however they feel. And this is how I felt when I was watching the movie. Hence why I am relaying it to you guys. Nítorí wípé mo feel pé she did too much. She went overboard. Why are you trying to look for what is not lost? Hey, if you want to be Ada so bad that you want to stay with Ifeanyi, denounce you being Pẹ̀rọ̀sọ́lá Balógun now and go and be living with Ifeanyi. Tí wọ́n jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn. But no, o fẹ́ jẹ méjìlá bàlàdé. You want to be conglomerate Pẹ̀rọ̀sọ́lá and you want to be ọmọ bàbá Ifeanyi. Make it make sense. I mean, I love how the movie ended. I mean, I love how it ended on a good note, and I love the little gbas that happened at the wedding. But I am still going to keep saying it. She didn't have to go that far. Overall, I'm going to give this movie a solid 7.8 over 10. And so, Eyin Temi that you are in the diaspora, boya UK ni o, boya Canada ni o, boya US ni o, boya Australia, anywhere that you are, go see Ada Omo Daddy. It is an amazing movie. I mean, it will take you through different roller coaster of emotions. Oh, yes. But, I mean, it is relatable. And it will get you thinking, okay, so tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi ńkọ́? It will also get you thinking, what is the essence of it all? As obìnrin, it will get you thinking really hard. And that is one thing I love about this movie, because kí ni èrè ìyá Pẹ̀rọ̀sọ́lá? Gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀, kí lè rí ẹ̀? Because at the end of the day, if that child is eventually going to go and look for the father and eventually fight me, tí mo bí pé, why didn't you tell me, or why didn't you take me to my father that made me go through all of these things that ìyá Pẹ̀rọ̀ went through? Ẹ wò ó gbẹnu tán. I don't know how else to say it o. But àwa obìnrin, àfi k'Ọlọ́run kó ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Àwa ọkùnrin náà, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe dáadáa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa ṣe dáadáa, so that kò ní dọjọ́ ọ̀la, we will now be looking for what is not lost. We will now be letting people like Auntie Motunrayo to be wenu sí wa lára like that. No, Mercy Aigbe, I give it to you. She did amazing. As in, ó fún wọn back to back. Ó fún wọn gbas. As in, they never expected it. Àwọn àjẹkúta má mú mi. No. So, ǹjẹ́ o ti wo Ada Omo Daddy? Have you seen this fantastic movie, Ada Omo Daddy? If you haven't seen it, I am told that it is also on Naija Netflix. So you can check it. If you're in Nigeria, you can watch it on Netflix. And if you are in the diaspora, you can watch it on circuit.tv. And I promise you, it is an amazing one and you will really enjoy it. And if you have seen this movie, let me know in the comments what scene, tàbí what particular part is your favorite in this movie tí wọ́n pè ní Ada Omo Daddy. wọ́n ní ṣókí báyìí ní ọbẹ̀ oge a ò rí jù báyìí lọ lórí ètò yìí lónìí. Wọ́n ní ọ̀bẹ ní bẹ́ṣu àtẹ́lẹsẹ̀ a sì bẹ̀nà èmi ní mọ̀ wá ẹ̀yin náà ní mọ̀ bá. Orúkọ mi ni Bushra, ọ̀rẹ́ yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, àbúrò yín, ọmọ wọn nìbàdàn, aya wọn nílé Adéwuyì. Ó dọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń bọ̀.